Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss the topic hydrogen bonding. So what do you mean by the hydrogen bonding? So whenever an hydrogen is attached to the most electronegative atom like fluorine or oxygen or nitrogen, this hydrogen atom making the bond with the more electronegative atom of another molecule. That bond is called as hydrogen bonding. What do you mean by that? For example, HF molecule is there. In the HF molecule, the most electronegative atom is fluorine. The another HF molecule is neighborhood. Another HF molecule is there. The hydrogen atom which is attached to the most electronegative atom here, fluorine, making the bond with the most electronegative atom of the another molecule. This bond is called as hydrogen bond. So in some of the textbooks, they might be represented the hydrogen bonding like this. The HF and HF. So the hydrogen atom of one molecule is making the bond with the electronegative atom of the another molecule. This is called as hydrogen bonding. So now this hydrogen bonding acts as a bridge between the two molecules. So this hydrogen atom is combining the two molecules by formation of one hydrogen bond and one covalent bond. So here simply what is the exact definition of hydrogen bonding is the attractive force which bind the hydrogen atom of one molecule and electronegative atom of another molecule is called hydrogen bonding. It is defined as the attractive force which binds the hydrogen atom of one molecule and electronegative atom or most electronegative atom of its neighborhood molecule. Neighborhood molecule is called hydrogen bonding. The attractive force which binds the hydrogen atom of one molecule and most electronegative atom of its neighborhood molecule is called as hydrogen bonding. So whatever the hydrogen bonding is formed between the molecules, is it the same strength as a covalent bond? No, it is not same strength as a covalent bond. So the hydrogen bond is weaker than covalent bond. Covalent bond. So that's why whenever the weaker bond is there, it is easy to break. That's why the bond energy is required to break the hydrogen bond as compared to covalent bond is less. For example, in the case of this hydrogen fluoride molecule, so to break the hydrogen bond, the amount of energy is required 10 to 40 kilojoule per mole. Whereas for breaking the covalent bond between hydrogen and fluorine, it is required around in the order of 400 kilojoule per mole. That is clearly indicates it is 10 times more the energy is required to break the covalent bond as compared to the hydrogen bond. And whenever the bond energy is less, definitely so the bond length is more. That's why hydrogen bond length is more than which one? Covalent bond length. Because your atoms are strongly attracted together, so that's why that the internuclear distance is decreases. But here just attractive force which may not make the atoms very close together as in covalent bond. That's why here the bond length of hydrogen bond is more than that of which one? Covalent bond. So what is the reason for the formation of hydrogen bonding? So you know very well the cause of hydrogen bonding is cause of hydrogen bonding. So then let us take this HF molecule. In the HF molecule, the hydrogen atom is bonded to fluorine. Here another hydrogen atom is also bonded to fluorine. Hydrogen atom is bonded to the fluorine molecule. Like the three molecules let us take just for understanding. Among the hydrogen and fluorine, which is more electronegative? Hydrogen. The fluorine is more electronegative, hydrogen is less electronegative. Obviously, wherever the more electronegative atom is present, to that side the electron displacement takes place. Here the strong or the most electronegative atom, so that's why the electron displacement is completely shifted toward this fluorine atom. As a result, so slightly the negative charge and positive charges are developed at both the ends of this HF molecule. So that is said to be the polar in nature, this HF bond. Here also the positive charge on hydrogen atom, slightly negative charge on fluorine is developed. After that, so the electrostatic force of attraction between the most electronegative atom, the negative charge, and the most electropositive atom in this molecule, that is the least electronegative atom, that is hydrogen, the partially positive charge. Between these two, some attraction is developed. So that attraction is called as here hydrogen bonding. So that electrostatic attraction force between the negatively charged fluorine atom, that is electronegative atom, and positively charged hydrogen atom will be results the formation of hydrogen bonding. So this is the cause of hydrogen bonding. So simply, so because of that electronegativity difference between the two bonded atoms, that is hydrogen and the other most electronegative atom, so the electron displacement takes place toward the most electronegative atom. As a result, the slightly positive and negative charges are developed at both ends of this molecule. So as a result, that electrostatic force of attraction is developed between the most electronegative charge on fluorine atom and the positive charge on the hydrogen atom. That will be resulted into the attraction. That attraction force we called as here hydrogen bonding. Like that, hydrogen bonding is formed. And this hydrogen bonding is of two types. One is intermolecular hydrogen bonding and another one is intramolecular hydrogen bonding. So the two types of hydrogen bondings, they are intermolecular hydrogen bonding, intermolecular hydrogen bonding, and second one is intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Intramolecular hydrogen bonding. These are the two types of hydrogen bondings are there. So, what is mean by intermolecular hydrogen bonding? If hydrogen bonding is between the two same or different molecules, of a substance, then that hydrogen bonding is called as intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So now, for example, the water molecule or ammonia molecule, let us take. Water molecule is there. Here, in between water and water molecule, oxygen is attached to the two hydrogen atoms, and one more water molecules if I draw like this. Now here between the two water molecules, here most electronegative atom and this hydrogen, on hydrogen bonding, and here also hydrogen bonding, and suppose if another water molecule is there, it can be formed a hydrogen bonding with water molecules. Like that, between the water molecules, here hydrogen bonding is there. This is called intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Not only that one, for example, let us take alcohol. ROH is there, and HOH is there, between different molecules, between alcohol and water. So your most electronegative atom oxygen and hydrogen atom which is attached to the most electronegative atom. This is also called as intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So if the hydrogen bonding is formed between the two same or different molecules, that hydrogen bonding is called as intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So this intermolecular hydrogen bonding is always causes the association of molecules. What is it? Association of molecule. When the molecules all are associated, the physical properties are affected. The physical properties are affected. So what do you mean by physical properties are affected? Melting points or boiling points or solubility. All these are increases because of the reason, what is it? Association of the molecules. Why the association of the molecules takes place? Because of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. To understand this one, the best example I would like to say, you can easily understood. So the water molecule is there, H2O and H2S. The H2O molecule exists as a liquid, whereas H2S molecule exists as a gas at room temperature. So what is the reason? Simply, here when we see here two hydrogens, here oxygen, here sulfur. Oxygen and sulfur are belongs to the same group. But the water molecules exist as a liquid, H2S exists as a gases. That means this there is an effect in the physical state. The reason is the water molecule forming the hydrogen bonding, H2S molecule does not form the hydrogen bonding. So that here, because of the formation of intermolecular hydrogen bonding, all the water molecules are come very close together. This is called association of molecules. Because of absence of intermolecular hydrogen bonding in H2S, the molecules never come very close to each other. They are move away from each other. In which physical state the molecules are away from each other? Gaseous state. That's why H2S exists as a gas. And in which physical state the molecules are come very close to each other? In liquid state. That's why at room temperature, water molecules exist as a liquid, H2S exists as a gas. Because of the presence of intermolecular hydrogen bonding in water molecule, all the molecules are closely associated. So that will be resulted into the liquid state. But whereas in H2S, so the absence of intermolecular hydrogen bonding does not result into the association of molecules. That's why all the molecules are away from each other. That's why the H2S exists in gaseous state. Not only that one, even the melting points and boiling points or solubilities also will be affected because of this intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So because of the intermolecular hydrogen bonding, all the molecules are come very close together. They are strongly associated. So in order to melt that particular solid, or in order to boil the particular liquid, definitely we need to be supplied a certain amount of energy. That energy may not be sufficient in some cases because of this association of molecules. Before they are melting or boiling, first we have to break the attraction present between that molecules, that is intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So to break that intermolecular hydrogen bonding, in addition to their melting or boiling, definitely we need to be supply this some excess amount of energy. Then only they can be first break the attraction. After that they may be melt or boiled. So that's why the boiling point and the melting points in some of the molecules are very higher than the expected, is because of the association of the molecules. That association of the molecules is because of which one? Intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So this is in your coming semesters or coming chapters, you might be learn very clearly about this intermolecular hydrogen bonding, how it is affecting the physical properties, melting points and boiling points and solubility. Here only one thing we need to remember, because of that intermolecular hydrogen bonding, the molecules are come very close together. So that causes the affecting the physical properties like melting point or boiling point or solubility. So the next one is intramolecular hydrogen bonding. So intramolecular hydrogen bonding means hydrogen bonding takes place between hydrogen atom and electronegative atom like fluorine or oxygen or nitrogen within the molecule. So that bonding is called intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Within the molecule, if the hydrogen bond is formed between the hydrogen atom and most electronegative atom, fluorine or oxygen or nitrogen, that hydrogen bonding is called intramolecular hydrogen bonding. So the best example is orthonitrophenol. Orthonitrophenol. Here in the orthonitrophenol, we can write like this. This is orthonitrophenol. So this belongs to the same molecule. So within the molecule, between the oxygen and hydrogen, if the attractive force is developed, so this is called as intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Does intramolecular hydrogen bonding is causes for the association of molecule? No, it never associate the molecules, because once it can form the bonding within the molecule, so there is no chance to combine with another molecule. That's why this does not causes the association. Once it does not causes the association, so that does not affect the physical properties like intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So once within the molecule the hydrogen bonding is there, that will be prevents the association of molecules. Once the prevention of association of molecules takes place, so it does not affect the physical properties. So this is the basic difference between the intermolecular hydrogen bonding and intramolecular hydrogen bonding. If the hydrogen bonding takes place between the two same or different molecules, that is called intermolecular hydrogen bonding. The hydrogen bonding takes place within the molecule between the hydrogen atom and most electronegative atom, then that is called intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding always causes the association of molecules. Intramolecular hydrogen bonding prevents the association of molecules. The presence of intermolecular hydrogen bonding affect the physical properties like melting point or boiling point or solubility or physical state. So these can be influenced by the presence of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. But whereas intramolecular hydrogen bonding does not affect the physical properties like melting point or boiling point or solubility or physical state, because so there is no association of molecules. So this is about the types of hydrogen bonding. The hydrogen bonding is simply the attractive force which bind the hydrogen atom of one molecule and the most electronegative atom of the another molecule. Generally that is called as hydrogen bonding. So here the two types of hydrogen bonding, intermolecular hydrogen bonding and intramolecular hydrogen bonding. So if hydrogen bonding takes place between the same or different molecules, that is inter. If within the molecule takes place, that is called intramolecular hydrogen bonding. So finally in this hydrogen bonding, so what are the conditions for the formation of hydrogen bonding? So the two conditions has to be satisfied. One is, whichever the molecule can form the hydrogen bonding, in that one, the high electronegative atom must be attached to the hydrogen. What do you mean by the high electronegative atom? Either it should be fluorine or oxygen or nitrogen must be present, and that electronegative atom, either fluorine or oxygen or nitrogen, must be attached to the hydrogen atom. And in that one, the second one is that electronegative atom is always should be smaller in size, that will be forming the strong hydrogen bonding. For example, the ammonia molecule NH3 is there and HCl is there. So the electronegativity of nitrogen is 3.0, the chlorine is also 3.0. In both the cases, the electronegativity should be same. But here, this ammonia molecule form the hydrogen bonding, the HCl molecule does not form the hydrogen bonding. So the reason is, here among the nitrogen and chlorine, even though both are having the same electronegativity, because of the smaller size of the nitrogen atom, it has a greater tendency to withdraw the electron density towards itself in the ammonia molecule. But where due to the larger size of the chlorine, it never withdraw the electron density strongly towards it. That's why the chlorine is does not form the hydrogen bonding, whereas in ammonia molecule, due to presence of nitrogen, it can form the hydrogen bonding. That's why, so the smaller the size of the electronegative atom is also another condition for the formation of hydrogen bonding. So if somebody given whether does it form the hydrogen bonding or not, that my question is. First, immediately by giving that molecule, you have to be checked whether the most electronegative atom, the fluorine or oxygen or nitrogen, is present or not. Yes, if it is present, then immediately check whether that most electronegative atom is attached to the hydrogen or not. So if these two conditions are satisfied, then that molecule can form the hydrogen bonding. For example, so far we discussed HF. So whether HF form the hydrogen bonding or not. Yes, because in that one, the most electronegative atom fluorine is present. Okay, the fluorine is attached to the hydrogen is present. That's why it can form the hydrogen bonding. So now the another molecule is given, water molecule is there. So in the water molecule, most electronegative atom, that is oxygen, is present. Oxygen is attached to the hydrogen so that it can also form the hydrogen bonding. Alcohol is there. What is alcohol? ROH. Generally it is represented with ROH. In alcohol, most electronegative atom is present, that is attached to the hydrogen so that it can form the hydrogen bonding. Carboxylic acids are there. You know carboxylic acid. RC double bond OH. Here also most electronegative atom is present and here hydrogen atom is attached to the most electronegative atom. That's why it can also form the hydrogen bonding. Okay. The aldehydes are there. So you know very well aldehydes, I think it might be represented with RC double bond OH. These are called aldehydes. In this molecule, most electronegative atom is present. But is it attached to the hydrogen? No. That's why it does not form the hydrogen bonding. That's why by giving a molecule, immediately you can check whether it is having the most electronegative atom, fluorine, oxygen or nitrogen are there or not. That is, you can check. If it is there, then immediately you can check whether that most electronegative atom is attached to the hydrogen or not. If it is attached to the most electronegative atom, then it can form the hydrogen bonding. Suppose if it is not attached to any hydrogen atom, does not form the hydrogen bonding even though it is having the most electronegative atom. So these are the conditions for the formation of hydrogen bonding.